Good morning, everyone. Now let's start with the part 3 of the lesson Organic Chemistry. Before starting the lesson, we know that we are in COVID-19. We are facing COVID-19. So there are certain guidelines to follow by which we can protect our family as well as ourselves. So the first one is wear mask properly. And the second one is wash your hand with the help of soap and water for at least 20 seconds after certain interval of time or a regular interval of time. And the main important thing is maintain the social and the physical distancing. Do not share the eatables and the water bottle with anybody else. Now come to the next topic, and the topic is nomenclature of organic compound. Nomenclature of organic compounds. Now the word nomenclature, it means that the name. Nomenclature is used for the name. So the nomenclature of organic compound. So an organic compound is identified by its name, and till now several systems of nomenclature of organic compound have been proposed. So for the naming, here we are discussing about the naming of the organic compound. So the most advanced and the systematic method is called IUPAC. That is called the IUPAC name, or we can say that the IUPAC system of nomenclature. IUPAC system of nomenclature. And IUPAC proposed the most accurate name for the organic compound, and it is an abbreviation. The full form of the IUPAC is International Union. U stand for the Union. International Union of Pure and Applied, and C stand for the chemistry. So it is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. This is the IUPAC. This is the full form of the IUPAC. Now, if we continue the topic nomenclature, so there are two names for the organic compound. The first one is the tribal name. Tribal name is also known as the common name. Tribal name is also called the common name. And the second name is IUPAC. The second name is IUPAC. Now let's discuss the tribal name and the IUPAC name one by one. So the first heading is tribal system of nomenclature. Tribal system of nomenclature. So it is the oldest system of nomenclature. The tribal system of nomenclature means common name. We are talking about the common name. So it is the oldest system of nomenclature in which the name of the organic compound were assigned on the basis of their sources, or some properties. So this is the criteria, sources and property. This is the criteria for the tribal name or the common name. For example, acetic acid. acetic acid is the name. So it is because it is chief constituent is vinegar. Acetic acid, that is acetic acid. It is its source is vinegar. Acid source is vinegar, and actually it is extracted from the Latin word that is acetum. It is called the acetum. That's why it is called the acetic acid. It is extracted from the common name. Now the next example is citric acid. We all are familiar with the citric acid, and the citric acid got its name from the citrus. It got its name from the citrus fruits. Actually, the source is the citrus fruit. So it is termed as a citric acid, and it is a tribal or the common name. Now next one is the formic acid. Formic acid is also a common name, and formic acid, it is get its name from the red ants. It gets its name from the red ants because in the Latin language it is known as the formica. The red ants are known as the formica. So this is the way how we name any organic compound, as given the name, tribal name to the any organic compound, because it actually the basic idea or basic key or basic clue behind it is the source or some property. The tribal name is depend on the source or some of the property. That is acetic acid, vinegar, citric acid, citrus fruit, formic acid. It is on the basis of the red ants. Now the next is the next very common type of a acid is known as the butyric acid. That is called the butyric acid. So butyric acid got its name from the butter. Butyric acid got its name from the butter. From in the Latin language, the butter is termed as a butyrum. It is termed as a butyrum. It is extracted from the Latin word that is called the butyrum, and on the basis of the butter we have given the name butyric acid. We have given the name butyric acid. So that it is, these names are called the tribal names, or these names are also called the common name, because tribal and common word both we are used for the same meaning. So the tribal name of some organic compound, we have already given the tribal name, and there are so many compound. In fact, almost all the compound have their IUPAC name as well as their common name. Now let us take few example with their molecular formula. For example, that is CH4. Its common name is methane. CH4 common name is methane. Next is CHCl3. CHCl3. Its common name is chloroform. Its common name is chloroform. Same as that, C6H6. C6H6 common name is benzene. That is called benzene. C6H6, its common name is benzene. And there are so many. For example, HCHO. This is formaldehyde. This one is the formaldehyde. And the one more example is C6H5OCH3, and its common name is anisole. Its common name is anisole. So these are the common names which we extracted on the basis of the source or on the basis of some properties. So these are the common name, or these are the tribal name. All the organic compound have their two names. One is the tribal name which we given on the basis of the tribal system, or it is also called the common name system, and another one is on the basis of IUPAC system, that is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So we can assign the name by the two ways. Now this topic we have completed, that is the tribal name or tribal system of nomenclature we have completed. Now the second system of the nomenclature is known as IUPAC system of nomenclature. That is IUPAC system of nomenclature. Now the simplest organic compound. Now we know what are the organic compound. So the simplest organic compound are made up of the simplest organic compound are made up of only carbon and hydrogen, and these are called hydrocarbons. They are called hydrocarbons. If all the carbon atom are linked through a single bond in a hydrocarbon, it means that when one carbon atom attached to the another carbon atom with the help of a single bond, so such type of a hydrocarbon are called saturated. Such type of a hydrocarbon are called saturated hydrocarbon, or they are also called alkanes. They are called the saturated hydrocarbons. They are also called the alkane, and that is, or they are also sometimes they are also called paraffins. They are also called paraffin. Paraffin means a little affinity. It is a Latin word and it means little affinity. And why there is a little affinity? Because of their inert nature. Because of their inert nature, they have little affinity. So however, if the multiple bond, now the meaning of the multiple bond, this is the double bond or the triple bond. Double bond and the triple bond, they are the multiple bond. So if multiple bonds, that is double bond or triple bond, are present between two or more carbon atom, the hydrocarbons are known as the unsaturated. The hydrocarbons are called unsaturated hydrocarbon. The hydrocarbons are called unsaturated hydrocarbon. And for this one, that is the double bond, if the carbon atom contain, if two carbon atom contain double bond in between them, that is called alkene. And if two carbon atom contain triple bond in between them, it is called alkyne. So double bond means alkene and the triple bond means alkyne, and in the aggregated terms, they are termed as the unsaturated hydrocarbon. So to write the name of the organic compound in accordance to the IUPAC system, firstly we have to identify the parent hydrocarbon. Parent hydrocarbon means whether it is alkane, whether it is alkene, and whether it is alkyne. This is the meaning of parent hydrocarbon. Means whether the chain is of alkane. Alkane means all the carbon atom are connected with a double bond. Whether it is a alkene means the chain contain the double bond, and whether it is a alkyne means maybe the chain contain the triple bond. So first of all, our first task is to find out the parent chain or parent hydrocarbon, and the second task is to find out the functional group. To find out the functional group, that is whether the alcohol is attached, aldehyde is attached, ketone is attached, ether is attached. So this is our second task. So we have two tasks. First of all, find out the hydrocarbon chain, the parent chain, and the second one is find out the group, which group is present. So after that, the name of the parent hydrocarbon is modified by using suitable prefixes, or sometimes we uses the suffixes, or sometimes we uses the prefixes to get the actual name of the compound. To get the actual name of the compound. Now let us take an example. For example, we have CH3, CH, CH2, CH, CH and CH3. Okay, now suppose OH group is attached here, Br is attached here and CH3 is attached here. For example, we have a such type of a chain. So the first thing is this chain is known as the parent chain. This is called the parent chain. Okay, now this one and this one, this is OH. OH stand for alcohol. It means this, an alcohol is a functional group. And this is the Br. Br means halogen. We are talking about the halogen, and we know that halogen is also a functional group. So this is a functional group, and this one is also a functional group. Okay, now come to this one, that is the CH3. This is a alkyl group. This is a alkyl group, and keep in mind, whenever we are doing the nomenclature and if the CH3 group is present here, this is the chain. I'm not talking about the chain. This is a chain. But if any branching takes place in the parent chain or parent hydrocarbon, and that branching is of the alkyl group, so this is known as the branch. This is called branch, and this is also called side chain. This is called branch, and this is also known as the side chain. So our first task is to find out the parent chain. Now look at here, all the carbon atom contain the single bond. There is no double bond is present. No double bond is present in this chain. So it means that it is alkane. It is a saturated. It is a saturated, or it is a alkane chain. Now the functional group, there are two functional group. One is the alcohol and another one is the halogen. And this one is the side chain. It is also known as the branch or the branch chain. It is a branching takes place from the parent chain, and always the branching should always in the form of a alkyl group. And if this is the first member of the alkyl family, because only one carbon atom is present here, and its name is methyl. Its name is methyl. So this is the way how we give the name, how we give the IUPAC name to any organic compound. But before giving the name, there are certain rules. There are certain rules for the nomenclature, and the rules are different for the saturated hydrocarbon and different for the unsaturated hydrocarbon. So before giving the name, let us discuss these rules. What are the rules? And these rules are very beneficial, very helpful for us. So let us discuss the rule. Now the first is nomenclature. IUPAC nomenclature. IUPAC nomenclature of alkane. IUPAC nomenclature of alkane. Now we are talking about the alkane. It means we are talking about the saturated hydrocarbon. I think it is clear to you. Alkane is the saturated hydrocarbon where all the carbon atom are connected with a single bond. So there are so many rules for the saturated hydrocarbon or for the nomenclature of alkane. The first one is nomenclature of straight chain hydrocarbon. Nomenclature of straight chain hydrocarbon, or we can say that a parent hydrocarbon. Now here we use the two terms. One is the straight chain hydrocarbon and second one is the parent hydrocarbon. So both are same. We are talking about only one thing, only one chain. Only the name are different. Straight chain or the parent hydrocarbon. So the first task is how we give the name to the parent hydrocarbon. So to write the name of the straight chain hydrocarbon, now it is clear from the name that it chain should be straight. We are talking about the straight chain. So to write the name of the straight chain hydrocarbon, first we write the word root. First we write the word root. First we write the word root, or it is also called prefix. First we write the word root, also called the prefix. So the word root or prefix that indicate the number of carbon atom. The word root means we are talking about the number of carbon atom, present in that chain. Number of carbon atom present in that chain. Okay, now we know that we have already studied this in our previous class. If only one carbon atom is present, its word root is meth. If two carbon, its word root is eth. If three carbon, its word root is prop. If four carbon, its word root is put. If 5, it is pent. C6, it is hex. C7, it is hept. C8, it is oct. C9, it is non. And C10, it is dec. So these are the word root. These are the word root. So with the help of this table, this is a table. So with the help of this table, we can easily give the name. Whether one carbon atom is present, so it is meth. If 7 carbon atom is present, it is hept. So this is the table by the help of which we can easily give name to the word root. But after writing the word root or prefix, we add suffix. This is the prefix. Now at last we add suffix. We know that if the chain is of alkane, because we are talking only about the alkane here. So the alkane, for the alkane, the suffix is ane. For the alkane, the suffix is ane. So, for example, CH4. CH4 is the example. How many carbon atom are there? 1 carbon atom is there. So, word root is meth and suffix is ane. So, first of all, word root plus suffix, and suffix is ane. So it is meth plus ane, and the name will be methane. So this is the way by which we can give name to the IUPAC, name to the organic compound. This is very easy. For example, if we have C2 H6. Now C2H6 means how many carbon atom are there? It is clear from here. How many carbon atom are there? 2 carbon atom are there. Now word root, this is the formula, plus ane, because we are already talking about the saturated hydrocarbon or the alkane. So we know that for the alkane the suffix is the ane. So the word root is, if 2 carbon atom are present, it is eth. So that is eth plus ane. So what will be the name? The name will be ethane. The name will be ethane. So by the help of this method or this system, that is a word root plus ane or word root plus suffix, we can give name to any of the organic compound. We can easily give name to the any of the organic compound, because we know this now this table is only up to 10, but we have the more after this, that is dec. Now for 11 it is undec. This is for 11. Dodec. Dodec is for 12. Tridec is for 13, because tri stand for 3. So tridec is for 13. Tetra stand for 4. So 4 means tetra. Tetradec. Penta means 5. So pentadec. Hexadec. Heptadec. Octadec. Nonadec. Icos for the 20. C20, that is Icos. This is for the 20. So by the help of this table, we can easily give name to the organic compound.